And welcome into On the Go. Have you ever been on a river cruise? It's something that more and more people are looking at. Obviously, you can't be on television longer than about 10 minutes on programs that a lot of our folks watch that you don't see some boat cruising down a river. But you may say, oh, I don't know if I want to go all the way over to Europe. You can start in the United States. And we have with us today Julie Smothers, and you are with Alabama World Travel consultant there. And we were just talking about the fact to kind of, no pun intended, get your feet wet, getting on a river cruise. You can start in the United States, can't you?
You actually can. We have a couple of river cruise companies right now that are sailing the Mississippi. So anywhere from the northern all the way down to the Louisiana Delta. They have the, what is it, Tom Wayne?
Yeah.
Is that right? No, not Tom Wayne. Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah.
Who is it, Jack?
Yeah. Tom Sawyer.
Tom Sawyer. There we go. Oh,
it.
I'm so bad.
That's not a problem.
But Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn with your paddle boat, large river cruise vessel. That is sort of the experience you'll have on our Mississippi River.
And of course, the nice thing on the river, you're not going to get any waves.
That's true. You just sort of glide.
Yeah, people kind of think, oh, I don't know if I want to be on a big cruise ship because of all this, but
right.
It's going to be very smooth.
That's right.
And very, very comfortable on the inside.
Very nice. Yes, you're correct. No motion sickness because no waves on the Mississippi rivers. You just sort of glide with your paddle boat, and the accommodations are lovely. Anything from a nice king bed and a nice suite with a balcony, all the way down to single passengers. So if you, let's say maybe your friends don't want to go, but you are determined, then you can go.
You can go and just find a place to
hang
your hat and
That's
have a
exactly
place to
right.
sleep. And of course, meals are all included.
That's correct.
Yes.
All of your meals are included, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And every stop along the way of the Mississippi, you're going to have a bus tour included as well to go explore the city. So some might start in Memphis and end in New Orleans, and all the way down, you're going to have tours in every city.
And what are the lengths of most of those cruises?
Most of them average 7 nights.
That's 7 nights.
So it's a pretty nice chunk of space on the river as far as the length. But yeah, most 7 nights.
So normally on a river cruise, especially like on the Mississippi, you're gonna cruise in the evening and overnight some.
That is correct.
And then in the morning, you're gonna be at another port.
That's right.
Where you can spend the time during the day.
That's correct. And so that first part of the morning will be your included tour of the city.
Okay.
And then in the afternoon, you have free to explore on your own, or you can add another tour before the vessel departs and heads on to the next city.
And they usually leave a little bit before dinner time at night.
That's correct.
So you can get on, you can get freshened up, and then you enjoy a nice dinner, especially if it's a sunset. You can see a wonderful sunset.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Some of them even go so far as to have nice areas up on the upper decks of the vessel that are nice and open for you to be able to sit out under the stars, maybe after your meal, or if during the day. If you don't want to get off, you can read a book, maybe a little putting green.
I know on huge cruise ships, they have a lot of entertainment.
That's correct.
Do they also offer entertainment on these river boats also? So in the evening, if you wanted to, let's face it, have a cocktail and just be able to listen to some music or something.
They do have live entertainment on board. I would definitely say it would be scaled down in comparison to a
Sure.
larger ocean liner, but very local and very indicative to the area where you're sailing. So if it's Memphis, Tennessee, you might have some jazz. Louisiana, a little bit more jazz. Maybe some bluegrass on there.
And then what about the cuisine? Is it normally, obviously, when you're down around New Orleans, it's going to be more Cajun? Or?
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't cruised on one yet myself. It's coming. But
it's on its way, huh?
I'll have to tell you one day.
Yeah, that's right. So the cruise, the size of the ships, are they, as far as the amount of passengers, like, in other words, if some of our viewers say, we've got a group of about 40, 20 couples, 40 people from our church, and we want to do all this together. They would normally be adequate, would they not?
That would be quite adequate. Most of the vessels are anywhere from 6 to 7 decks tall.
Wow.
And hold,
for a riverboat, that's
for a
pretty tall.
riverboat, it's pretty tall. Some are smaller. That's one of the larger vessels. And most of them cover, I think, can hold around 300 to 350 passengers.
Wow.
Some, like I said, they're smaller and can hold less. But yeah, 40 couples from a church group, that'd be great.
Now, we were just talking about the Mississippi, but there's also some river cruises that go along the Atlantic coast, are there, or not?
You know, Jack, I don't know.
I thought
I'd
I
have to
saw
look at it.
something that looked that way, but
Okay.
so the Mississippi is the primary.
Primary one for the U.S.
Okay. And you can go as far north as far as the Mississippi goes.
As
Probably
far
up
as
to-
Mississippi goes,
Probably up toward Minnesota.
that's correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you'd be in great shape.
You would. And if you want, you can sail the whole thing from top to bottom and just
Yes.
do back to back. So if you really wanted a thorough, comprehensive tour of this mid of the U.S., that would be a really neat,
Great
way to see
do
it. Yeah.
Okay, well now we got the United States covered, and we get you to come back next week, and we're going to talk about Europe, because those are the ones that you see that you step off the boat, and voila, there's the castle
That's
sitting there right in
right.
your face. Okay, great. And just remember, it's Alabama World Travel, 334-279-8720, and they can get you the information you need. The service is free to come in and talk with them, and they'll let you know what a cruise will cost, and more importantly, the things and the places that you want to go to. And we'll be right back right after this.